This is video number 1 in a special series teaching beginners tapestry crochet. In this video, I'm teaching how to crochet into the back loop of the chain and why we do it for tapestry crochet. My name is Sandy Marie. I'm the owner of Crochet Fiber Art. If you're new to my channel or you just want to learn tapestry crochet, please consider subscribing. As each video is created, I've also created a page on my website with the lesson and a free PDF download. You'll find the link to my website in the YouTube description below. So let's get started. I am so excited that I finally get to start teaching tapestry crochet. I've been looking forward to this for about 2 months now. This is for beginners, and we'll be using cotton yarn because we'll be making a checkerboard pot holder. Now, my favorite yarn is Knit Picks cotton called Dishy. I'll include a link to Knit Picks in the YouTube description below. The size hook we'll be using is a G 4.0 millimeter. I personally use Clover crochet hooks, and you'll find a link to this hook in the description below as well. In this video, all I'm focusing on is crocheting into the back loop of a chain. We'll be adding different color and changing color in the next video, so don't worry, we'll get to that. When you crochet into the back loop of a chain, it gives a finished edge. You can use it for more than just tapestry crochet, and trust me, you're going to love the way this looks, and you probably will use it a lot more than just tapestry crochet. Now for tapestry crochet, what it does is it hides the yarn a little bit better in that very first row. Now if you've done any tapestry crochet at all, you know that the thread really shows through on the first row. So what I'd like you to do is just chain a few stitches with some cotton yarn or just with any yarn, doesn't really matter, and practice this. Practice this for a little while, and I'll have the next video out and we'll really get into the tapestry crochet part of all of this. But let me show you exactly how to do this. It's very, very easy. What you do is you turn your chain over, just like so. Now you're going to notice 2 loops here. This loop, okay, and then your next loop is right there. These are the back loops of the chain. When you begin your row, you always skip this first one, and you're going to start crocheting into the second one, right there. So let's go ahead and do this so I can show you, and I'm going to be doing it very, very slow. Also, you'll find that your chain will just sort of automatically start turning towards the back, so it's not going to twist. So you're going to skip this first stitch right here, and you're going to begin in the next back loop. So you just pick the loop up, and it does take a little bit of practice. That's why I'm doing this first. Then yarn over, bring a loop through, yarn over, and bring that last loop through both. Then you just go to the next back loop, pick it up, yarn over, bring a loop through, yarn over, bring your loop through both. And you're just going to continue doing that. Pick up, back loop, yarn over, yarn over. Okay, I'm just going to do a couple more here because I want to show you the finished edge. The finished edge is just really cool. When I first learned how to do this kind of crocheting into the chain, oh, I got so excited. Nothing drives me nuts more than having to try to figure out what to do with the bottom of a piece of work. Oh, let me show you the bottom here because this is just really wonderful. I'm going to pull this loop out here so I can turn things around. Now, this is the top that, of course, I've been crocheting. This is the bottom. Doesn't that look nice? I love it. So you actually have two finished edges here, but this one will be continuing as we crochet. This one is the bottom. What this actually does is it creates kind of a valley right in here. So what is happening is that your very first thread is not going to show through as much as it normally would if you just crocheted into the chain in a normal fashion. So that's basically it. So what I'd like you to do is just spend some time and practice crocheting into the back loop. Now, as I said before, in the next video, we're going to actually be starting to do the lessons for tapestry crochet. But this one was so important that I figured I would go ahead and start here. So in the next video, we're going to be adding color, and you're going to be learning how to do the color change for tapestry crochet, which is just a little bit different than when you're doing normal color changes. So spend your time crocheting a little bit. Spend your time practicing this, because you're going to need to get a little bit good at this before we start adding the extra color. Don't forget to check out the YouTube description below. There you'll find helpful information and the link to the website where you can see the written lesson and download the free PDF. If you liked this video, please click the like button and don't forget to subscribe. And you might want to consider clicking that little bell if you want to get notified of the next videos. Thanks for taking the time to watch. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, make it an awesome day.